We all know at this point that the United States is invading Venezuela because of oil. But is it oil in the sense of just simple greediness? Well, I'll tell you the real reason here. When the United States targets Venezuela, it's not simply because it wants oil in a greedy sense. The concern is control. Control over who can access energy, on what terms, and within whose geopolitical orbit. Venezuela is strategically important, not just for its enormous oil reserves, but for where that oil is going. In 2023, around 69% of Venezuelan crude exports went to China, making it by far Venezuela's largest buyer. This was not a speculative or opportunistic arrangement. Under US sanctions, Chinese state-owned firms such as CNPC and Sinopec remain among the few actors willing and able to provide capital, engineering expertise, equipment, and long-term contracts to keep Venezuelan production alive. Since 2016, Chinese entities have invested over $2 billion in Venezuela's oil sector and hold billions of barrels in joint ventures with PDVSA. By 2025, Venezuela was exporting roughly 470,000 barrels per day to China, partly as debt repayment and partly through direct sales. For China, this relationship is about energy security and stability, not domination. Despite rapid advances in renewables and battery technology, oil remains essential for industry, transport, and logistics. Much of China's important oil still passes through vulnerable choke points like the Straits of Malacca, where US naval power is concentrated. Venezuelan oil, backed by state-to-state cooperation and technical assistance, help diversify supply and reduce exposure to coercion. And what about Venezuela's close ally in the region, Cuba? Venezuela also supplies Cuba's energy needs. In 2023, roughly 58% of Cuba's crude came from Caracas. This makes Venezuela a vital node in a South-South network of energy and development, linking several nations outside the US-dominated financial and trade system. For US imperialism, this makes Venezuela a dangerous example. A sanctioned country, maintaining production, sustaining allies, and integrating into a non-Western economic network. US pressure on Venezuela is therefore not about oil alone. It's about breaking the material links that allow independent development, isolating China and its partners, and preserving the imperialist world order in which energy and power flow only with US permission.